There's a little bit of ambiguity with the wires. It's been a long time since I've done first fix, so what I'm doing is I'm just using a multimeter to test. The multimeter's got a continuity element, but even better, it's got an audible alarm. So what I've done is I've shorted out live and neutral on the one I think it is, using a Wago connector, and then I've connected the multimeter to the live and neutral on the other end that I suspect is the one. So put the multimeter on, and there you go, that's the audible alarm. Now to double check that, what I need to do is to remove, there you go, that's confirmation that is that wire. So a few more to do. Alright, bathroom switch. It's funny how cables vary. Some are really easy to strip. I think it's depending on the age as well. If the cable's newer, it tends to be a lot easier. I'm really not sure. Yep, so that's my switch. So that must be the light itself. Away you go. There you go. You can hear it there. So one of the best purchases I've made, or investments, is this Brother label printer. We use them at work, so I knew that they were good, so I decided to invest in one for myself, and they're brilliant. They have this self-contained cartridge. They just run on AAA batteries, and they produce these brilliant little labels. You can get various widths of tapes, etc. I just tend to use the same one for all of it. Nothing fancy, but it just makes things like this. So much easier for the future. Sort of. Now I've identified the cables, just going to do myself a little label. So van, short for vanity. So I finally sussed out the wiring, and I do remember now. It was a couple of years ago I did first fix, so I couldn't quite remember. But I basically put a second wire in here so I can operate the vanity light from the outside, which I thought was a neat idea at the time. And that should make it much easier in the future. Poor bugger that's got to work on my wiring. I've switch 2. Obviously they'll be connected at some point, but not for the moment. I'll label the rest. Not that I will forget, but just in case. So safety first, we always start off with a positive test first. So there we go, confirmation that circuit is live, the circuit tester is working. I'm going to go upstairs now and isolate the power for this ring circuit. Do that from the consumer unit upstairs. So off I dash, and you'll hear that go silent in a moment. So back again, as you can see all the lights have gone out and the audio stopped, or the buzzer stopped. So we now know that that circuit has been successfully isolated. Right, plugged in, switched on, there we go, 3 amber lights, all okay, that's good. That's one socket. Perfect. This one beneath the boiler, so now can finally leave the boiler connected into a proper socket. So I'm going to wrap this episode up here, guys. Really happy with the progress. I've actually got some lights fitted to the bathroom. I've finally fitted the two-way switching for this room, which is going to make a massive difference, because previously I had to clamber over all that rubbish in order to get to the light switch, so that's going to make a huge difference. And obviously I've got a couple of permanent sockets now. So I've got one for the boiler, which is much safer, because previously, there we go, you can see it down there now. Where is it? There! On my finger. That was much safer. I had a trailing socket going through this doorway here and loads of other extension leads plugged into it. Another socket there as well, which I'm using for my charging station, which is much better, much safer. I take you to this area. This was kind of the only socket that I had that was convenient. I had all the extension leads plugged into this, so this is much better now, much safer. I've just got my router plugged directly and the central heating Wi-Fi device, and that's all much better. Obviously there's a lot more to do here. I still need to tie back some of the wiring and what have you, but good progress has been made, so very happy with that. Not 100% sure what the next episode will be. Might be the door lining coming into the basement, because I want to get the plasterer in soon so it can finish off. So stay tuned. Hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.